Hello, hi to everyone. I'm Emanuele from Italy, but you know me better as Evil Dead Italia. This is my sixth live so far. As I said in the first ones, my English is still a work in progress, so I beg your pardon in case my speaking is not perfectly understandable. Oh, sorry. You know what I would like to say, but it's not. It's fine. Um, this evening we are going to have a very cool guest that is Liam Daniel Robinson. Maybe you know him as a real horror show from Instagram. He is a very cool guy from UK, and he is a very hardcore Evil Dead fan and horror fan in general. Before starting and make Liam join us, I'm going to show a little bit what is going to be the few next lives, because I have already planned a couple of lives. The first one will be on 13th of September, and we are going to present a new version of the role-play game VHS, Very Horror Story. VHS is substantially a role-play game inspired by horror classics movies, and from VHS, as said, from the box has the design of a real VHS. The product is designed in with the moods of movies from say 17 and 80s and 90s, and it's very cool. We have played a session inspired by Evil Dead a couple of days ago, and we are going to stream it. I'm going to show you some picture from the game itself, because just to make you understand what we are talking about. Okay, I don't have any way to make you see this. Some technical issues here. However, just a moment. No, the technology doesn't help me this evening, but I'm going to show you anything soon. Oh well, I can do another thing. I can do another thing. Just a little moment more. Okay, this can be the solution. Okay. Okay, this is an image of the boxing of the game itself. As you can see, this reminds a lot 80 movies from the 80s. This is the new series of VHS, because there was already a series that came out a year ago. This one will be will have a new boxes with new episodes. Any box have a specific theme. For example, the old ones are related to, for example, Bloodlust, to slasher movies, Unchained to the demon horrors, Overplug to aliens, to alien outbreaks, stuff like that. The new one are the one on the left, and they will contain a lot of new content. For example, zombies, B movies and stuff like that. You can see on the center this new nice set of dices that is inspired obviously to Hellraiser. So we are going to have this session the next week, and I cannot wait to show you the game itself. Okay, now without any further ado, I'm going to present you the guest of this live, that is Liam. Hello, Liam. Sorry for the technical issues. It was the first time you have your audio. The audio stopped.
Sorry,
Oh,
hello. How are we doing now?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Oh, this evening is characterized by technological issues.
Honestly, that's probably because I'm your guest for this live. I always have technical issues. I've probably brought my bad luck with me to the live. With me and technology, we don't mix very well.
So, how are you, mate?
I'm good, man. Yeah, I'm really good. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Our travel was very different back home from Weekend of Hell, but
And we
at the end we are both fine. So,
yeah, got back in one piece after the nightmare of the travel back. But yeah, it's really good to see you, Emmanuel, and it's a pleasure to be here on your live talking about all things Evil Dead and the rest of it. You know, so thank you for having me on here.
so someone is asking if you have changed your shirt since Germany.
My friend James, who is at the con with me, I actually have, but I actually put this on 5 minutes ago because I realised. Oh, I was like, oh, I better throw on an Evil Dead shirt.
Well,
But
mine was in the suitcase. I bought. I bring to Germany, but I didn't use it that. So I was more the first Evil Dead because the guests are the right one, right? So,
yeah,
so
yeah,
for the
true.
first.
I was there with my Army of Darkness t-shirt on.
However, if, just to finish about the travel, we can say that the weekend was not hell, but the travel was.
Yeah, that's a really good way of putting it. The weekend was great. Like Germany was great. The con was great. It always is. We've been twice now. Both times it's been a really chilled out convention and stuff, and it's always gone really well. Great atmosphere, great guests, and great people.
Okay, you're still okay. Okay, I was thinking I've lost you for a moment.
Signal bad.
Yeah.
That's the
Uh,
thing.
s- so, let's say I can see on your background a very cool collection. I
Oh,
mean, how much time you needed to collect such a massive amount of stuff. I mean,
oh, it's been years and years and years since I first started collecting horror action figures and memorabilia around 2014. That's when I started doing it properly because that's when I got my first job. So ever since getting my first job, I put a lot of money towards going to conventions and buying action figures and stuff like that. And really, this whole collection has built up over basically a 10-year period now. Um, so it's just been, yeah. I mean, a lot of people always say like, "How do you afford all this stuff and like all that?" And I always say, honestly, I'm poor. I am not a rich man by any means. I've worked hard to collect the stuff, and I've just collected it over many years now. Um, I can see you're the same with all your Evil Dead stuff. As we were talking about in Germany, you have some amazing Evil Dead pieces, incredible stuff.
yeah, it's another life, the one of the collector, because
Oh
we are always broke. I
yeah,
mean,
always, always.
our wallet cries, and
Yeah, we don't really good with being responsible. Put it that way. And yes,
and I don't know. I have a huge problem of space because the majority of my stuff is closet in is in a closet. My chainsaw is in a closet. I mean, my costume, my screen used prop are in a closet. Everything is in a closet. So
Same with my screen used the Ash vs Evil Dead costumes. I have it out ready for this live, but usually it just lives like in a drawer, safely put away. It's just the space. It's like it's a nightmare, isn't it? Running out of space.
yeah, being a collector is a nightmare in every side you see it. I mean,
Yeah.
but it gave us some kind of satisfaction because, for
Oh,
example, your display is great. I've seen you have even did a video to talk about the way in which you give lightings to your Detolf back you
oh
back
yeah,
on your.
that's the newest thing. I've got it lit up right now. It doesn't come across as well on the camera, but in person, it's great. It's changed the room completely, and I've got some really nice pieces inside this cabinet. So it was about time it got displayed properly and all lit up as it should be, and it's paid off really well. I'm really happy with how it's turned out.
That's great. And well, we know you are an Evil Dead fan, obviously, but what are the other franchise you love more? I mean, there should be some high and lows out
Um,
there.
well, I think apart from Evil Dead, which is obviously like the main fandom for me when it comes to horror, I like all the obvious ones. You know, I have a lot of Halloween stuff and like a Freddy Krueger and a Nightmare on Elm Street. The Shining is one of my other favorite horror films. Um, and John Carpenter's The Thing. That's a big one for me. I collect pretty much anything that I like, really. There's some stuff in my collection that isn't horror, only a few things, but um, people always say to me like, when you start a collection, what's some advice for that? And I always say just collect what you love. I think that's really important, and I think sometimes people can go down a hole of like needing everything, even if it's stuff they might not necessarily care about to complete a collection, which I understand. But it's always like collect what you love. Um, but yeah, obviously the main thing is the Evil Dead, though for me, of course.
Obviously, I should say bravo in Italian. That is a right way for identifying our relationship in this
Yeah,
passion. And when your passion for Evil Dead started, you I mean, you seem more young. You are pretty young than me, I suppose. I am from 81,
yeah.
so and I see the first Army of Darkness, the first Evil Dead
That's the
movie
year.
when I was 11.
That's the
Army
year
of
that the
Darkness.
first film came out, right? 1981.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
that it was meant to be.
yes. I was 11. 1993 in Italy. I was 11, something
Yeah.
like that, and I've seen at this theater with my dad, and I've seen the other movies in the reversal. I mean, the Evil Dead, the first one, that is my favorite just now. It was the last I've seen because it's the more gruesome, you know. When
Oh,
you
he
are a child,
has. Yeah.
you don't always have the possibility, you know, to see that stuff.
Yeah, that's true. So what Evil Dead film did you see first? Because I've always wanted to know because we've never actually talked about how you got into everything Evil Dead. Where did your love for that begin?
Well, I started the say you said I as I said with Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
Then I see Evil Dead 2, and the last one I've seen the Evil Dead. I don't remember which for which reason. When I was 12, maybe
Yeah.
I tried to realize an Necronomicon on cardboard. Obviously, it was a very terrible tentative, a terrible outcome for that. But for some reason, I started to want to have something, I don't know, an action figure or something about Ash.
Yeah.
Then, uh, 10 years later, I suppose, maybe even more, when I go to live by my side, by myself, uh, I decided that I would, and in the same time, internet comes in. I mean, eBay before was not so, you eBay, Amazon, and that stuff. There were
Yeah.
no more. There was not any possibility to get stuff from outside Italy if you don't know the channels. And so I decided that I want some kind of, behind the scene book, because I liked those book with all sort of picture on it.
Yeah.
And I finished up understanding that there is no books like that at the moment. There were that book, Evil Dead Companion, but it was not a book full of pictures. It was more a
Yeah.
descriptive essay about the story of the franchise. And so at the end, I finished up buying my first lobby card. And when I discovered that there were many different kind of country for the lobby card, I decided that I want to have all the lobby cards, and so
Yeah.
my collection started. And then just after that, I finished in some group over the net, over Facebook, I suppose. And for some reason, one day I got one Panasonic RQ706, and
Oh, you're very lucky with that.
and so it was my first collectible.
Really?
And yes, it was my very first collectible of this kind.
Wow.
And I created a blog just to describe of I make it that work. And so everything began. And probably from that day I'm more poor. I'm very poor from that day.
I can relate to that. I can relate to that.
And
It's
for
lucky.
you, how it started?
How it started for me, it was well, I've been into horror since I was very little. Um, my introduction into horror would be my dad watching VHS tapes. One that I remember him playing in particular was an American Werewolf in London. He had that on video and he played that a lot. And I remember seeing it when I was very small. That's probably the first horror film I ever sort of laid my eyes on, and it was terrifying. And it's still one of my favorites to this day. That's another one that's up there for me. And then not long after that, I watched Chucky. I watched Child's Play, the first Child's Play, and that kind of kicked off my love of horror. Evil Dead came in kind of late, actually, in comparison to that, because I really gained a love for horror films and that horror cinema when I was around 7, 8 years old, maybe even 6 actually, with Child's Play when I first saw that. Very young. But Evil Dead kicked in around when I was 10 or 11. It's when I remember when I was starting high school, so I was about 10. And it was actually, I was on a holiday with my family in Wales, and we're on like a caravan holiday, so like a caravan park in Wales. And on one day when we were out walking around Wales, we went into like a movie shop. I think it was a HMV or something, and the Evil Dead trilogy was there. In fact, I still have the one that I got. My dad bought it for me. It was this release
Oh, cool. That's
of
cool.
the, of the trilogy. It was in a shop in Wales. That same night, when we went back to the caravan, I watched all 3 movies in a row. I watched the first one, the second, and then Army of Darkness. I couldn't get enough of it, and I had to see them. And then since that day, it's been my favorite. That's where the Evil Dead obsession began. So around the same age, really,
Yeah.
when it started for me too.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So this last weekend was really cool. Was
Oh,
really cool.
yeah, it was great. I mean, that convention is always great. I couldn't recommend it enough to people who want to go to horror conventions. It is one of the best, just because it's so, as you know, it's very relaxed. Um, it's very like it's not overly busy. It's just a very chilled convention, and the guests are always really nice, and it's great to chat with them. I mean, meeting the ladies of the Evil Dead, that was that was extraordinary. And Hell, Del Ritchie played Scotty, of of course, in
That
the
was
original.
your first time there with the ladies, right?
Yes, that's the first time I have met them because they haven't been to a UK convention since I think they told me it was 2006. So, but once they were announced for the Germany convention, that was the moment when I was like, right, I've got to try and get to this convention.
I would like to share while we are talking. I'm going to share some videos of the venue
Yeah,
of
that's
the I took with my very old camera because I had a camera from 10 years ago, I suppose. So this is the venue. This was the turbinal, or I don't know what is the right name of call it. It's a huge venue, probably used for a concert, I suppose, right?
yeah, I think so. But from the outside, it looks more like a slaughterhouse to me.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
it
It
suits
is.
the horror theme, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's. I mean, it was great. I have other videos of the venue itself. Just a moment. This one, what is what? Okay, this is inside the convention, but I took this video um, the second day when you are already gone, and I suppose there was. Oh, sorry, the volume is so high. I am going to shut it down. Okay, there is a lot of there is not so many people the second day. As you can see, it's practically empty. the
Oh
the
yeah,
Sunday.
it's always more chilled out at a convention on a Sunday.
Yeah, in a certain way it's better because I practically talked a lot with the ladies, and you have possibility to see everything without
Oh
any kind of hurry.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the best part of it. Like you said, on a Sunday, you can just sometimes you can just walk up to like the guests they've got at the convention and have a long chat with them, and you don't have to worry about getting your autographs or anything like that. Those
Eh,
life size horror sculptures were great. I really
yes,
liked those.
they were great. They were really huge too. I mean,
Yeah,
my hand is very firm, as you can see, completely. Uh, I loved this one. I loved
yeah.
this
The
one.
Pennywise was great.
Yeah, yeah. Even the I don't remember the monster from Sinister. This one I don't remember
Yeah,
the name.
the ghoul.
Yes, even the nun from
Yeah.
Nun Valak, the good nice Valak. And yes, I had a blast. But I think more than the fact you can spend your time with actors and see so much horror stuff, I think that the real cool thing is let's call it the networking you can do with your friends from from the other side of the world, because
Oh yeah,
anytime you go to this convention you can recognize someone from the other countries. I mean,
yeah.
there are a lot of people from not just from Germany, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. There was I met a few people who were from all different countries. I mean, a couple of my friends who were there, whose Instagram and YouTube names are Slasher Pepper and Dutch Horror. Those guys are from the Netherlands, and obviously me and my friends Brad and James are from England. You're Italy, of course. But that's one of the best parts about conventions is that it's the people that make it. It's definitely the people that make it. When you get to see friends who you don't really get the chance to see, and it's this kind of love of horror or whatever hobby it is that brings people together. It's always the best part of it. It really is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I fully agree. Just a moment, I'm removing. Oh, here we are again.
Hello.
Yes, yeah. So, how many pictures did you take there? I mean, how much photo ops? Because
Um,
usually it's the major of source of expense, the
Yeah, yeah,
photo.
the photos and the others. I only got three. I got three. I think if I use this present button, will I be able to send them to you?
Yes, I think you can, if you have on, or in case you don't have, maybe you can share even your screen, maybe,
Uh,
because there is even share screen option. That
ah,
that is the one that failed me before.
let's
But
see.
in case you can send me the images, and I can use my browser to show them. Or if you have their own Facebook or somewhere else, I can show from your Facebook or from your Instagram.
Ah, hmm. I've just uploaded two on my Instagram, but I haven't uploaded the one with the ladies yet. I can show that one in person, but I've uploaded two on my Instagram. If you want to do it from
Okay, I'm going to show the one on Instagram for sure. Just a moment. Ariel show. Here you are. Okay. Well, you have so much stuff here. I'm going to share it. Just a moment. Uh, 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 uh. Okay. First of all, is one. I'm going to enlarge it because it deserves to be enlarged.
yes,
There it is. Okay, so everyone can see this one at full screen.
a list.
This is it's great, and you are taller than me, because in the picture with me, she crouched substantially.
Oh, yeah, she's tall. She is really tall. Um, she was so lovely. She was so sweet. It was really great to have a chat with her about about the new movie, of course, but Evil Dead in general. Um, she were really lovely to talk to and meet. So the photos from this convention came out really great as well, which is always appreciated when they do.
Yeah, she is the reason for which she and Al Delrich, they are the reason for which I come to Germany. I have
Yeah.
to say, um, I will come even to Manchester probably, but I mean, there is no Al there. Al Delrich is I'm let's say I'm searching for it since years. So this is the first convention that came in Europe in years, I
Yeah,
suppose.
it's great to get the chance to meet him.
And you got even a very nice autograph I see here. No, not one. This one. Wait, I've seen it. This one. You got
Ah,
even this cool
yeah,
autograph.
yeah, mummies with the maggots now. I said when she wrote it, I said to her, "Is it okay if you?" I said to her, "I know you've probably written this quote like a million times today because I met her later on the Saturday when it was a bit more quiet because she had I think she was the busiest guest because I always saw her
Yes, there is a long queue. There is a huge queue. Yes.
and I said, I'm really sorry to ask this because I know you've written it a million times." And she interrupted me. She said, "Do you want me to write mummies with the maggots now?" And I went, "Yes, please." She was very sweet, and she wrote the quote. That that is actually a lobby card from that London premiere of Evil Dead Rise. So at the top of it, that little autograph at the top is director Lee Cronin, who of course you were lucky enough to do an interview with not too long ago. He's a
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
great guy.
Yes, yes, he's a really cool guy. I am lucky enough to have one of this car too, because at that night there were Michael Witch.
Yeah,
He was so kind to get one for me. So
yeah.
I have
It was
three of these, two empty and one with the signature.
yeah, lovely. It was funny because obviously people won't know, but I only got to see Evil Dead Rise at that London premiere because you couldn't make it, and you very kindly gave me your ticket for that, which I'm still extremely thankful for, Emmanuel. That really meant a lot to me. And when I was there, I said to Michael, "Oh, I'm going to get a lobby card and Lee's autograph for Emmanuel," and Michael was like, "Oh, I've already got it for him." He's like, I've already got him like 3 or something. I was like, oh, Michael had it all covered, of course.
But it was my savior for that night.
Yeah.
And yeah, I keep that car fond, I mean, with as a grail, obviously.
Mm.
um, and wait, I mean, I'm watching your Instagram. I mean, you are full of surprise. I'm going to share it again because this one, I mean, this one is great. How long it takes to prepare for
Ah,
this?
the Ash costume. That
Yes.
it actually doesn't take that long to get ready because it's basically just using some brown makeup for dirt and just getting myself all dirtied up, and the blood kind of just splatting the blood on. So it doesn't take that long to get ready, but it definitely took a long time to make that costume. But I love doing the Ash costume. I was originally going to do it again this year because I haven't done it in about 3 or 4 years now, and I was going to do it again for the Love of Horror this year,
Mm-hmm.
but unfortunately I couldn't. Yeah, unfortunately I can't do it because financial issues with
Ah,
updates.
okay.
I wanted to like create a new harness for the costume for the gun
Mm-hmm.
holster and all that stuff. Um, but unfortunately, there's not enough time to do that. And also, the tickets have sold out for Saturday, and that's when I was going to do the costume again. But maybe again in the future, I'll come back to doing the Ash because it is it is
Yeah,
it is really fun to do.
yeah. And you got tired when you walk along with this chainsaw, or I mean, it's something. How long you can walk with this kind of outfits without being tired for carrying on stuff?
Not very long. Well, no, it's okay at a convention because the chainsaw blade. I mean, in that photo, that's the real metal chainsaw guide bar in that photo, so it's really heavy. But when I go to a convention, I use I made a replica out of like a lightweight wood. So it's not really that heavy, but after a full day at a convention, in that costume, the arm does definitely get tired. But I'm very dedicated to it, so it's a lot of fun. So I forget about the pain and getting tired.
And I have to ask you, but how many person, let's say, stop you to have a picture with
Uh,
you?
when I do a convention, I don't really know, to be honest. It's been that long since I've done it, but quite a few people have asked in the past. Um, and obviously, I love meeting Evil Dead fans and all that stuff. Um, the best my favorite memory with my Ash costume is when I was speaking to the late great Danny Hicks over Facebook, who of
Yeah.
course plays Jake in Evil Dead 2. It was a few years ago now, but I was talking to Danny over Facebook, and he saw my Ash costume, and he said it was the best Ash costume he's ever seen. So I mean that was an honor. I was like, oh, I've done a good job if Danny Hicks is saying that.
Yeah, I fully agree. Well, Danny was a really cool guy. I
He
mean,
was. It was very. I'm really upset that I never got the opportunity to meet Danny, but it was one of those things where they just, again, it's like the ladies of the Evil Dead haven't done a convention in England since 2006, so there wasn't really much of a chance without the conventions getting the Evil Dead guests. So, another thing about that costume. Um, when I went to Texas Frightmare in 2019, that's actually the last convention I think I did the costume at. I was fortunate enough to meet Ted Raimi, Bruce, and Sam.
Yeah.
I have a photo with all three of them. Oh, it's here actually. I have this one framed because it's my favorite
Wait,
photo.
I'm going to put you. Okay, you can.
Oh, okay. Hopefully that's a good. I know you'll get my reflection, but
Is that on Instagram too? I suppose. If I scroll
it is.
down,
It is somewhere on that Instagram.
I found the one on. Ah, here it is. Here it
Oh, you
is.
got it.
Even Bruce Campbell shared it. Wow,
Yes,
just a moment.
it's on Bruce's Instagram. And that was funny. Um that was fairly recently when he shared that. Yes, I loved his caption that he put for that. Um, but that morning he posted that photo, and I woke up that morning and I had like 100 notifications of people like messaging me saying, "Liam, you need to look at Bruce Campbell's Instagram page." And when I saw it, I could not believe it that he shared that photo. Very thankful.
Yeah, it's great because we very hardcore fans. So we tried every time to
Yeah,
tag Bruce, tag anyone, and we hope anyone hope that this kind of thing will be shared, and when it happens our phone substantially explode.
yeah,
I remember for me the same, and practically you need to shut it up because it starts to take life by itself, right? I mean,
yes, that's right. Um,
it's a nightmare.
a funny story about that, which I was saying was just before that photo was taken. No, in fact, it was right after. It was just after we took that photo, and I said to Bruce, Sam, and Teddy, thank you guys. And Sam Raimi said to me as I was leaving, he said, "Oh, wait a second." He said, I'm ready to shoot a new scene," and that made me really happy. So that's one of my favorite
it,
conventions. One of my all time
it,
favorite memories, actually.
it's just my personal impression, or even for you, Sam Raimi is one of the humblest people in this kind of
Oh
convention. I
yeah,
mean, I met him once, but it was one of the best experience in the con in a con in my life.
yeah. I couldn't agree with you more on that. He was he's an extremely lovely man. It was great when I met Sam at Texas, and I got my Graham Humphreys art prints signed by Sam. He was like geeking out over the posters. He was like, "Whoa, like look at these like these are amazing." And his table was next to Bruce, more or less. And he shouted over to Bruce Campbell and he said, "Bruce, look at these. Have you ever seen these posters before? They're amazing." I told Graham that. um, yeah, he was amazed by the work. But yeah, he is a really really lovely man, very humble, very easy to talk to. Because I was a bit nervous because, well, it's Sam Raimi, but it turned out just to be a really easygoing, nice guy.
Yeah, the experience for me was a little bit different, because I substantially, I commission a lot of fan arts during years.
Yes,
I mean, I can show you a little bit of them because surely you have seen it, but no, I'm not sure that all the people that are seeing the
something
the
like
live
this.
I've seen. Yes, something like this. But this were before. Wait a moment, because this one is wrong. Present. Okay, share screen. Okay, this is the let's call it the folder with all the pictures, and this was created after the series finished, for example. And for example, Nick Bassett had put on his site. It's fun. This is very fun. This one was created during the series. The artist is a Disney artist. that work on Italian Disney comics. So
That's
they are really created like this, like Donald Duck and stuff like that.
yeah, I love that.
Then we have this one. This one is a
Wow.
portrait,
It,
and I
it's,
give the
it's
original. I gave the original to Dana De Lorenzo. She was really
is
happy
is
for this.
that completely? Is that all pencil work?
Old pencil, yeah, it's
That
magic,
is
right? It's
that
that
is
magic.
magnificent. That is
Yeah,
on
yeah,
that's on a different level.
yeah. It's
Wow.
great. Then this is there is a funny story about this one. I've shared this one multiple times. Never got considered by Bruce. Then when I see him in Chicago for that con, I give it as I give it to Sam Raimi. I give him this a folder with all these fan arts, and I don't know if you remember how Bruce behaved during cons. You give him stuff. He have a box on his left or his right, and he puts stuff there. I mean, you give it and you put it in the box, no? So
Uh,
he completely ignored this draw. But then after a couple of weeks, this because he took a picture probably from his phone and used this picture as his profile picture on Twitter.
wow.
And
That
so
is
one day I woke up. One day
nice.
I woke up and I see the new picture from Bruce profile, and it was this one. It was very fun, indeed.
That artwork is really really nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's very cool, and it was studied to not consider any very the pivotal characters. I mean, there is no Ash, there is no Sam. No, there is no Ash, there is no Sam X, and there is no the other one. I don't remember. Autolycus.
Yeah,
It's just the non-pivotal characters he
something
interpreted,
different.
he played. This one was the first fan art from my page. It is the many faces of Ash.
Yeah, that I really like that.
This one was created during the series too. Is the Ghost Beaters for life.
That's a great poster.
This one is a chibi version of Dana De Lorenzo. This one is for the first season. It was a chibi version of the second series. I have to say because there is Ruby with her pink hair, so
I like the
there is
doll.
even Ellie Ghost on the right here.
I like the doll at the top.
This one is for Ted Raimi.
Oh,
I gave it.
great. Oh,
I
I
gave
like
it.
how he's got the Henrietta suit on at the top, but not the face makeup.
Then we have the majors because you have to know that every each one of these was given to the actor because I know the major and I give him this.
Yeah.
In this case, they were digital, so they are prints, but they work well. This is for Sam Raimi.
Oh,
This is the
that's
last.
really nice.
This was for Sam Raimi, and so the story was let's say I don't know what to say. Um, well, the story was I give Sam Raimi, Bruce, and Ted a folder with all this print, and they took it. And the next day, I have some friends asking me, "Please, Emanuele, take me an autograph from Sam Raimi." So I got to the queue for the Sam Raimi autograph, and they recognized me, and he told me something like, "Oh man, I love the folder, but who did this art? I mean, me, Ted, and Bruce, we talked all the night about the fabulous art in that folder, and it was." And I say thank you, and he told me no, no, thank you. it was
Oh,
uh, it
that's
was
class.
it was great. I mean,
Yeah,
it's the most humble person
yeah, it
in the.
definitely is. Um, but yeah, I mean, meeting those guys is, it's a crazy experience. Being such a like I say, like big Evil Dead fans and stuff, getting to meet anyone involved with any of those movies is is the best, experience.
Yeah, I fully agree. I fully agree. And every time we meet some of them, it's always a new experience. I mean, they are all, let's say, they are usually they are, mm, very kind, very, they love to talk about. I mean, sometimes, I think, oh my God, they will be bored from the same question, over and over. But they are so kind, and
Yeah.
I would like to share my two pictures because I have somewhere. Okay, I agree. Okay, there. I have discovered you can buy digital from Weekend of Hell for 10 euros
Yes,
for
that's right.
photo.
I didn't do that with my photos. I did a photo scan, like on a printer. Like I got them scanned
Hmm.
uh, from the physical copies. Just on a printer scanner. But yeah, it is better to buy the digital copies overall, definitely, because the quality is just really. I mean, like
Desire.
that, for example,
Yeah,
really high quality.
yeah. It's a really higher. And this is the picture I took with
The
the ladies, with the ladies on oh my God, on Sunday.
on
And
the
yes, the position they have. I mean, they are joking on the fact I am Italian.
yeah, the Italian hand. I like that.
Yes, because I have to show you this video because it's really funny. If I can show you, I have to find it. I have to find the video, but wait a moment. There is my friend, Pamela.
Oh,
Uh,
Pamela
yeah,
Groovy.
yes. She
Yes.
she did a great video, Evil Dead, Italian style. If I found it, I cannot found it. Just a moment, because it was great. Maybe on Facebook. I can found it on Facebook. So this video come before this, let's say, picture, and she created a sort of, let's say, trend for it.
Yeah.
Just a moment, because it is so funny. I show it into to Aldrich, and he started laughing because okay, I have the video, and just a moment, I'm going to share it because it's great. uh, 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 it's arriving, it's arriving. Okay, can you see it? Okay, I'm going to play it.
Mangia, mangia. The
So
music.
so my picture comes after this one because they were inspired from Pamela, and
I
and
love
so I
that.
am Italian, and this is what I deserve.
The music as well with that's perfect.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's a great photo op.
Yeah. And the book itself, the book is, the Bank from the Night book. And my friend from Germany, Peter is a great collector. I mean, he have I mean, that I think that the sum of my collection with your collection is not enough to fill up his. I mean, he have a huge collection. He's collecting from 30 years, is something like
Wow.
that.
And
And
is it like a horror collection or is it mostly Evil
no,
Dead?
it's just Evil Dead collection.
Evil Dead.
He even have the Tom Sullivan replicas. I'm going to show you because I took a video. Because I said him, "Oh my God, you are mad that you are bringing with you in a convention the original Tom Sullivan replica from from the. I mean, it's not the screen used prop, but I don't know if you know, but Tom Sullivan in last years, before stopping doing this, he created the replica with his signature. Okay.
What a replica of what? Was it the Book of the Dead?
Yes, of the Book of the Dead. Yes. So there are these replicas I'm going to show you, and he bring his replica to the here it is. Yes, it was one. Yeah, just a moment. I'm going to. show it. Okay. This is a Tom Sullivan replica of the Book of the Dead. Okay.
Wow, look at that.
It's very thick.
I mean, that's incredible. Well, that's handmade by Tom.
Yes, yes, it's a replica made by Tom. And this one it's from 2002 because the date on the signature is 2002. So it's 21 years old replica.
Wow.
I'm it's great. It's a great replica, and
Ah,
it comes in a box. Well, you can see it better here.
I think I've seen a picture of these. Yes, I have seen a picture of these before. I know that he did a very limited amount of them back in the day. I have
Yeah,
seen one of the Evil Dead collectors group pages before.
yeah, yeah. This is a great replica, and these guys, Peter, he have both this replica and as I said, the bump from the bump in the night, if I don't wrong. Um, mm, oh my god, Book of the Dead. That is a sort of puppet. The book I have in the picture. The book
Oh,
with the face is a puppet. Okay,
so it's like
so we did this video, and it was pretty funny to do this one. Uh, Here it is. I'm going to show you because it's very funny. Even this one. Um, mm, 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 mm. Okay, can you see it? Okay.
yes.
So, you filthy murderer! I swallow your soul, you filthy murderer!
Yes, and I bring that book in the photo up because I never had a picture with the Necronomicon. So even if it was not the best sculpt in my opinion, but when I discovered you can move his face, you know.
Yeah, like when we was at the convention, I was thinking to myself for the photo op with the ladies and Hell. I thought, why didn't I bring my Book of the Dead? I don't know why I didn't bring it. I should have brought it. I got the classic DVD release
Here
of
it
the
is.
book, so you know. But I was thinking I should have brought this with me for that photo op. It would have looked really good. I don't know why I
How,
did it.
how,
I
how
just
did you manage it? How did you manage? I mean, your book is safe. My is falling apart.
see that's the thing. I'm surprised at that because I bought this actually. I bought this about 7 years ago from a shop in my town, like a local shop. The shop's called Ben's Oddities, and he sells like a lot of action figures from all different. It's a nerdy shop basically, and all sells weird stuff and that. And he had this in there, and he was selling it for very cheap. It was £10,
Mm.
and it was all complete. Still got the disc, everything in great condition. And I've had it since, and it's never it hasn't got any damage on it or anything. I know that they do um, rot over time because
Yes, it's destroy itself. Yes, substantially it's implode.
yeah, but I've never had any problem with mine, so I don't know. I've got another copy of that actually because my brother bought me this for Christmas, but he because I've got so much stuff in this collection, he didn't know I already had that book. But I'm thankful he bought it anyway because it's the same release, but it's still in the
Ah, with the box. Yes,
the box, and that's in perfect. That hasn't been, as far as I
it's
know,
incredible. It's
taken out.
incredible. Mine is still in the box, and practically the lateral. I don't know the spine. The
Yes.
spine started to crumble
Oh
by
yeah.
itself.
That's one of my biggest nightmares with collectibles and stuff.
I think I know probably. My opinion is that this depend on humidity you have at home probably. So
Yeah,
probably in your case, your environment is good enough to defend the state, the
yeah.
shape
I mean, in
of
my collection room, I've got a big window, but I have like a blackout blind, so I keep the sun out completely as much as I can. I just don't want any sun hitting anything in this room. And since England is, yeah, daylight is the problem. That's right.
yeah.
That's
That
why I do not have I always have my blind down, blackout blind. So that's my window. It's just completely blacked out, and um, and also it's a relatively, well, no, not relatively, it's a very cold country as England. We don't have good weather, which in terms of collecting it is a good thing. It's not too hot, and it's not like not too sunny.
Yeah, no, for me, is the daylight is a huge problem because I have this direct daylight from the windows, and I have to manage how to I have to manage it. But as I said, yeah, I'm working on my flat renewal, and we'll have a room dedicated to my stuff.
Yeah, that's great.
So
But
I suppose that it will be a dark room, probably.
yes,
Very dark.
that's the best thing. Definitely needs to be that way. But yeah, what was I gonna say? What is your prized possession in your Evil Dead collection? I mean, you must have a few probably, but which
Yeah.
ones?
Well, first of all, the one you can see behind me, mm, this
The
one.
painting.
This one is a real, is original painting by Graham Humphrey.
That's crazy.
That is, if I can show to you, let's see if I find it on Google, because my technical problem today is I can share just the browser picture. So see if I can show. Okay, I just found you on Google, but it's very easy to find it on Google. Where it is? Here it is. Okay, on the Graham Humphrey website, so it's easy to found it. No, I'm not able to do nothing today. Yeah, this one. Okay, here it is.
I always have those days.
This is the one. This is the one.
That is incredible work.
Yes, it's great. And if I understand correctly, this one will be in the next book by Graham.
Oh,
Nightmare in the Shell. I don't remember. Nightmare in one sheet. If I'm not wrong.
yeah, that is
Well,
great. Graham Humphrey's artwork is like next to none. He is such an incredible artist. His style is, the thing about Graham is that you can see, even if you don't know a painting is by Graham, you can look at it and know that's definitely a Graham Humphreys artwork.
yeah. And the other one. Wait a moment. I'm going to hidden this one. Yes. The other one, it's behind that. Oh no. Okay. You can see these two little. No. This no. It's difficult without this with the stuff on my back.
Isn't it?
These two, you can see these two, but
Yeah.
you cannot see it properly because they are too small. Well, they are. Let's see if I can show you. Okay. Oh, so this is the print. This is just a print. Wait a moment, if I can show you. Okay, this is just a print. The color one is just a print of this one. Oh my god, I cannot. Oh. Okay. One is this print with signature by Enzo Sciotti,
That's
and it is the cover from a media book. Enzo Sciotti is very famous in Italy.
I have seen that media book in the past.
Yes, it's by an Italian artist, this one. And the same artist that created the Evil Dead 2 skull. Wait a moment. The same artist of this one, let's say.
Is that the original that you have?
No, I don't have the original, but I have the I have the print.
Yeah.
That is the colored one, and the pencil draft, original draft.
Oh wow. Nah,
Suddenly, wait. I can maybe I can manage to bring it. Just a moment.
Oh, look at that.
There is a little bit of lighting because of
Yeah.
the same reason of your. You can
That
see
is
here.
really cool. So that's a hand done.
Yes, it's a draft of
plan.
the final final design. And sadly, Enzo passed away a couple of years ago.
Oh, I didn't know.
I had the honor of met him in Weekend of Hell because he was a great horror artist. He was very well known for. From Enzo, you should have seen this probably. Just a moment again. For example, this one.
Oh yes, yeah. Oh, I did not know.
This one is from Enzo Sciotti. This one is from. Yeah, well, it's a little bit broken here.
That is really cool. I've always loved that artwork. I've seen that many times. That artwork.
So he did a lot of horror stuff back in the days. And wait a moment. This one is from Enzo Sciotti. Wait, this is the famous one, obviously, regarding Evil Dead. This one is from Enzo Sciotti. This one.
Ah, yes.
The infamous skull is from Enzo Sciotti.
Wow.
So it was a great artist.
Yeah.
Sadly, he passed away, but I am very lucky to have one of his original artwork here, even if
really cool.
And in 2 weeks, as I said at the beginning of the live, we are going to have just a moment. This is the cover, so I'm going to show you. Okay, this one. We are going to have. Okay, we are going to have. It's not working. Okay, now it's better. On the 20th of September, we are going to have Graham Humphreys and Marcio Frey. Well, Graham Humphreys need no presentation, but Marcio is the guy that worked with Enzo Sciotti on those particular media books.
Wow.
He knows how the of the Italian poster artists worked back in the days, and so he have a lot of stories regarding this kind of work, and he even own a lot of original stuff from Enzo Sciotti. So Evil Dead 2 poster, Army of Darkness painting and stuff like that. So it will be sure a great.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing that one. Definitely, that's going to be really cool to watch.
So, except the picture, did you buy anything there? I mean, did you have any kind of loot there?
No, I'm too poor at the moment to be able to buy any memorabilia from any conventions. Literally just the autographs and the photos. For the Ladies of the Evil Dead and Hell, they all kindly signed my Graham Humphreys Evil Dead 1 print that I've now put back on the wall up there. But they all signed that, and they all said again, like Graham's work's beautiful. I think Teresa Tilly in particular was like, wow, this poster's gorgeous. And it was fun because I told her about like the history of like Graham's work on the Evil Dead and how he did the original UK poster art when the first film came out, and Teresa, like, she was really interested in hearing about that, and so it was really cool to talk to them about like Graham's work and stuff. It was awesome, and to get their autographs on that, because I've got Bruce and Sam on all three. The Army of Darkness one is down there, but Chucky's just in the way at the minute. But the Army of Darkness one is there. But Bruce and Sam are on all of them, so it was nice to get the ladies and Hal on there. Hopefully, Alan one day. Hopefully, fingers crossed that will happen. To complete.
Yes, because at the moment she's not in convention,
unfortunately. But hopefully, they might decide to do some kind of UK con reunion. That'd be really cool. And maybe Alan will be a part of that, I hope, one day, and then I'll be able to get her autograph then and meet her and stuff, and that'll be great. But that is the main thing that I got at the convention. I also have a Friday the 13th art print, and that's signed by a lot of the cast members. So I got Sean Cunningham to sign that. He was a delight to meet. He was really kind, and he's a living legend. I mean, director of the original Friday the 13th, and he's collaborated with Wes Craven on movies such as Last House on the Left. So he's a big legend in the history of horror. So it was really cool to see him. And of course, you've seen the autograph I got from Alyssa on the lobby card. So that's where all my money went to on that week.
No, I have this let's say, if I found it, because if I lost it, I ruined it. Okay, here it is. This is my personal Necronomicon of autographs.
I like
so
this.
inside this I have all the autographs from all the ones I met during times. Dana De Lorenzo, Ray Santiago.
It's a really nice way of collecting a lot of autographs in like one place, and with it being the Necronomicon book, it's a really nice way to.
This one is an official, let's say, an official merchandise of Army of Darkness. It is by I don't know, I don't remember the let's say the company that distribute this one, but I think you can find it somewhere because it's a commercial, very well distributed object. Then I got my this one. It's very cool. It's a
oh yeah, that's nice.
The magazine. It's a magazine. It's a magazine about. It's a German magazine, so I can't read. I can't read anything. I just can watch figures. As usual in these cases, because
I've bought things from other countries before, and I can't read anything, but it's just nice to have them in the collection. So I understand that.
I got this. Oh my god! All my picture is inside it. Okay, I got this book that is a German essay about the Evil Dead.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yes, it's full of pictures. As you can see, it's packed full of pictures.
Is it like a making of or behind the scenes kind of?
Yeah, I suppose yes. There is, for any movies, there is the character card and all the characters and their description. There is all the comics, or the cover of the comics.
Oh, it's like an encyclopedia for Evil Dead.
but for me the highlight of this book is this one.
Oh, because you're in it.
I am in it. Yes, it was pretty fun because I sent them the pictures months ago. I never got any reply, but when I arrived in Germany, I found my picture, and so I
That's
needed
fantastic.
that book. I mean, it was mandatory. I get it.
Yeah, definitely. They should have given you a discount on it because you were in it.
They gifted me with the bag. The bag is very cool.
Oh,
The bag is a tote with the Evil Dead
that's cool.
the Evil Dead poster on it.
That is really nice.
That's great. And I was completely forgetting that I took a video during the convention. If I can found it, here it is. Wait, just a moment. Okay. So just a moment. I'm going to share because I don't know if I can share the videos. Maybe yes, I can. Maybe I can create. Let's see if I can. No, I can. I can. One. We are with Ash from Evil Dead. Here he is. Okay, I'm showing it in pieces because I have the video in pieces, and I didn't mounted it because I am a very I'm very bad in this. No. Oh, shit. Sorry. Okay, here it is. And there was this very cool display at the convention with this guy. No, I'm continuing opening the files on my PC and not in the right place. Here we are. Is it your first convention as Ash in display?
No, I do it since almost 10 years.
Okay. And how long it takes to do this costume?
It depends on, but I would say about 1 hour, 1.5 for makeup, for all the clothes, and all the
set.
room is
As you can
takes
see,
more time.
as you can see, there is a lot of stuff here. Great work here. I took even a video on just a moment of the yes, it should be this one
The
of
set
the cabin. Yes.
I love the
Yes.
sheriff in the corner as well.
Yes, it was great. I mean, it was a great display. I was completely forgetting because, but in the end, I remember that I have this video too.
Yeah, it was a really cool display. It was nice that they did that.
Did you add any picture there?
I did, you know something I didn't. I should have done. I think I took a video of it, which I'm gonna put into my Germany kind of. I won't call it a vlog, because I didn't take like like vlog videos. I did film quite a bit of the convention for my next YouTube video that I'm working on, where I'm going to talk about like meeting the guests and getting stuff signed and just about the convention in general and stuff. But I didn't. When I saw it, I was like, oh, I wish I brought my Ash costume now. They have a whole Evil Dead set and everything.
Yes, it was great, and I witnessed a very cool episode because on Sunday there were less people, and so the staff of the event bring the Ladies of Evil Dead and Alderich to took a picture with the guys. That he paid for the picture, but he was not able to take the photo shoot, so they did the picture in the set.
Oh,
with
that's
him,
great.
with the Ash costume. So
That's
I
better.
mean,
Though. That's even better than the photo op.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, the scenery was great. So the
Yeah,
pictures really is really good, for
it's
sure.
nice that they organised it that way for that guy. For
Yeah,
that.
yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's say I think we can close almost here. I mean, I stole you more than an hour
Oh,
and 50
I'm
minutes,
fine with time. I'm here for as long as you want me.
and so I think I'm going to close the live. Please stay here because I'm going to salute you after I'm closing. So
Yeah.
I just want to remind all the audience what are going to be the next couple of live. I have almost I have already two planned, but you cannot find on my Facebook because I plan them as events week by week. So as I said, the next one will be this time I'm prepared with with the screenshot. Uh, the next one will be a session of playing VHS, that is a role play game, very horror stories, and is a, let's say, a role play. So for the one that doesn't know role plays, for example, Dungeons and Dragons is a role play, just to make you understand what I'm talking about. And VHS is a horror movie inspired role play game. Again, this time I'm going to show you something for real, not like at the beginning. So this is an example of the material you get with this game, that is going to have a campaign starting on the 13th of September. That is the day in which we'll have the pre-recorded session. I'm going to show you a screenshot of the session itself. Just a moment. Not this one, not this one. Okay, it is. There it is. Yes. This is a screenshot of the video we took the last week, the last day, the last couple of days, and this is a Evil Dead inspired session with a very good master in the session of role playing. The master in this game is called, obviously, director, as the director of another movie, and we had another great guest, that is Sylvia Rico from Horror Dependenza Horror Page. And moreover, after this live, that is on, as I said, on 13th of September, we are going to have a live on 20th of September with Graham, say March Afraid, that is this one, regarding the Evil Dead posters story. So how these posters were realized, how the first posters of Evil Dead was realized, and some behind the scene in the realization of posters in Italian movies, horror movies in the 80s, and the realization of the said this one. Just a moment, I'm going to show you again. Oh, I'm not able to do anymore when I doing too many stuff. No, just a moment. Okay, this one, for example, this how this one was realized, and the real poster of this one was realized. So wait a moment, I'm going to come back to the normal view. Okay, so thank you very much, Liam, to being here.
No, man.
Mark Mark Tongis, I don't know how the name is spelled, sorry, Mark, is say greeting from Germany. I was very happy to meet Mark at the convention. He's a very hardcore Evil Dead fan, and he's very well known in the community.
Kind of people we like.
Yes, and so thank you, Liam, for
No,
your
honestly,
availability.
thank you very much for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure to be on here talking about uh, nerdy Evil Dead things, the things we're best at talking about. And thank you for just doing what you're doing with these lives. I think it's great. I think it's great that you that you're doing uh, like all that these lives consistently for Evil Dead fans. I just think what you're doing is really great.
Thank you very much, because for me it's really hard to keep the pace,
Oh, I can imagine.
because the worst thing is trying to I mean, it's trying to fit to feel, sorry, to feel all because I usually do this on Wednesday, and so the first thing is trying to fill the all these slots, and then having some valuable to bring. I mean, the role play thing, I think, was very cool, because you know Evil Dead is 5 movies and a TV series, but the real cool thing of Evil Dead is all the stuff that I mean, that comes after, and all the fun stuff, the
Yeah,
fandom, the story of the fans, not just the
yeah,
obviously the behind the scenes is it's cool. I love them. I mean, I hopefully will have. I'm working on, but finger crossed. I'm working on having in live Teresa and Betsy.
that would
Uh,
be fantastic.
I have already let's say a filler episode with a older interview I did a video interview I did with Betsy during the pandemic via Zoom call. So probably this one you will see it sooner than the live interview with Teresa and Betsy, because they are traveling now, and so probably it will be difficult to have them in a shorter time. I working finger crossed on Alissa, but probably this will come very long after the strike. I don't know, for sure after the strike. I
Oh
think not
yeah,
before, because the strike is a very important matter, in my opinion.
hmm
I will try. I'm thinking that I will try to find someone, maybe even an Evil Dead actor or someone like that that would like to talk about the strike, because the strike itself is a very interesting matter. I mean, it's a shame what is happening, and the strike is very interesting matter.
yeah,
And so yes, I'm working on a few lives, but some of them will need more time, because it's difficult to find the timing, to find the time zone. I mean, sometimes I did the live during the night to try to arrange better, you know,
yeah.
the times. I had a live with an Australian person, an American and an Italian at the same time, and so everyone was in a different state of the
Yeah,
day.
time zone. Yeah, I can imagine that being really difficult.
It was really funny, obviously it was
Yeah,
really funny, but at the same time, I had even a live at 2 o'clock in the morning Italian time, and so during the live it was something like, I'm dying. I'm going to sleep during on the screen. And moreover, last but not least, my English, it's better than it was in 2015, when I was interviewed for A to the Diets,
yeah.
for sure, because I remember I talked something like 50 minutes with them, but my English was substantially impossible to understand. So at the end, I am in the documentary for 5 6 minutes, maybe. I'm happy for
Oh,
this, but I'm ashamed by my English. I mean, when I see that, I say, what the fuck I was saying. Okay, so my English now is better, but it's still it's still in process to be improved. So sometimes while I'm interviewing people, I start stuttering, or I forget words, and
oh,
yes, it happens. So
well, I'll say now, I think your English is fantastic. Uh,
thank you.
so I
It's
think
great.
you don't need to worry about it. I mean, I'm English and I stutter all the time and I can't get my words out.
I
So,
love your accent. To be clear, I love
oh,
your accent.
oh, thank you, mate. It's funny because in England, where I'm from in England, up in the north, a lot of people hate this accent. Well, they hate their own accent. I mean, I don't particularly like my accent, and it's not the quintessential like British voice that a lot of people think English people sound like. Put it that way.
However, during time I started to recognize the different accents. I mean,
Oh, there's loads.
just the basic one. I mean, the American are the ones I understand better
Yeah,
because they have less. Their voice is less. Is more relaxed. I don't know if I could say relaxed. I can understand almost anything of what they are saying.
yeah,
Then with English people, I started to be very able to understand them because my first time I met Michael Witch and John Dowding.
yeah.
Yes,
Both lovely guys.
yes, they have a very very slangy English with a very very complex accent. Now I can get them, but the first time I was like something like, "Excuse me, can you repeat slowly? Excuse me, can
Yeah,
you repeat slowly?"
yeah,
It was a night, and nowadays I can understand them. So it means that my listening is a level higher.
yeah. It's
But
getting,
when I did my live with Nick Bassett, that it was very kind. He told a lot of very interesting story. I have to admit that his accent is very different. For example, from the English one
yeah,
and the American one, was harder for me to get it. I get almost the 70-80% of the whole interview, but it was harder. I mean, usually when I have an interview like with you, for example, I can be relaxed. In that case, I need to be more focused on what he was saying because
yeah.
it was harder for me to get,
Yeah. Well, in
the
England, you can drive 10, 20 minutes away from my town, and you'll be somewhere where the accent is completely different. There is so many different accents in England from every individual like city and town. They're all different all the way across the country. And um uh one of my friends, James, who was at the convention, he's from up near Newcastle, and they have an
Mhm.
accent called the Geordie accent. That's what it's called. And sometimes he says things, and sometimes I'm like, what did you just say? Like even I can't catch it when it's said quick. It's there's a lot of accents in this country, more than what people think. So I
Yeah.
can understand why it'd be difficult.
Well, here in Italy, we have more than accents. We have dialects. I mean, the slang very different. So you sometimes it happens. I am from the north. When I talk with someone from the south, I can understand anything. If he talk is dialect, let's say. If
Yeah,
he talk Italian, it's easier obviously because there are a lot of dialect here in Italy.
of course.
So thank. Sorry, I was let's say having this language. So thank you for the nice word. I'm going to close the live, but stay just a minute more because I have to salute you. And thank you thank you everyone that is watching the live. Thank again, Liam, because your experience was very precious to us. I mean, my cat is on the background.
Yeah,
Uh,
all time.
uh, yes, the whole time.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for anyone. And Opa, you will be with me the next Wednesday and the Wednesday, even the Wednesday after, because I have already 2 live scheduled, and I hope in these 2 weeks I will be able to get more slot filled by someone else. I'm working on that, but I hope. Let's finger crossed for this. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Have a nice day. Goodbye.